Okay, so when you're making your template for your tessellation, some tips are to make sure you use, for the cuts tool, or to use the shapes tool and the curve tool. So if I go to slide 9, like it says here, you can click on it and it'll take you directly there, or you can just click through onto slide 9. So the reason why you're going to want to use the shapes tool or the curve tool is because when you use a shapes tool and you say, okay, maybe this is the part that I want cut out here. Move this down so that I can actually rotate it. Maybe I want a triangle cut out the top. Well, then you'll be able to make the outline transparent if you want to, and then you'll be able to fill your shape with whatever color you want. If you use the line tool to make that same shape, which was my original thought, but it did not work out. Here, there's not a way that I have found, if anybody finds it, let me know, found a way to fill in this with color. On this stuff, you can still like change the height of it, change the direction, so that is still handy with that. Another one you're going to use is the curve tool, this tool here, because then you can make a shape. So lift up, click down again, lift up, and then that will make, and then click down again, sorry. That will make this nice curved shape for you. You can also make other shapes, click down, click down, click down, click down, click down. So there's lots of, oops, forgot to click down again. There's lots of different ways to make these shapes. And this one you'll notice too, you can use a fill color. So you can fill in that color there. If we go here, notice up here, we don't have a fill color at all. Here we do, still with that curve tool. So those are going to be the two tools that you're going to want to use the most. Okay, so let's get started with it. So went to the wrong one. We talked about the shapes tool and the curve tool. So now pick one of the boxes to use as your starting spot. So maybe, let me get rid of these other things here. So I'm clicking down on them and then I'm pressing the delete button. That's what's getting rid of them. Maybe I want to use this. Okay, so I've picked this shape as, or this square as my starting shape. Then you're going to make a cut in quotes on one of the sides. So this would be my cut that I've made here. Then after we make that cut, we're going to translate that cut onto the opposite side by highlighting the piece and then using Control-C and Control-V. So if I go back here, if I highlight this, so that just means I click on it, and then I use Control and C, and then Control and V, I'm going to get two shapes. This one's still highlighted. My newest one is highlighted. Now I'm going to translate that or slide it to the opposite side. Notice how now we have the same thing, like the same shape on both of these squares. You're going to keep doing that so that you can fill the entire slide. You're going to make another cut. Remember in our directions, we said that we want to have one cut with straight sides and one cut with curved sides. So maybe now I want to use the curve tool and I'm saying, I just want this little spot here cut out. Okay, so I have it highlighted. Control-C, Control-V. The second one is the highlighted one, and you can take that and you can just drag it straight to the opposite side. And then this is how you're going to make your tessellation, cutting and sliding. We can again do it to the next one using our Control-V again, and then pasting it into the correct position. Oops, not that one, this one. And then if you already know like what color you want to use, you can fill in that color there. for each of them, if you want them different colors, you can use those different colors. Remember, in the rubric, we're using at least 3 different colors in this. Then if you want to take the whole thing and just take both of those at the same time, you can highlight them both by clicking on one and hitting the control button and clicking on the other one. Control C again, and then Control V. Notice both shapes are now created and both shapes slide at the same time. So whatever you're more comfortable with there, if you want to do each one by itself or you want to do them together, either way it will still get to the same spot.